We will now be taking a look at Grant Deacon's backstroke from the above water camera view. This is Coach Connor commentating. We will be viewing this video at 1/4 of the recorded speed for better analysis purposes. Let's begin. Right away, what I notice, as soon as the hands leave the wall, he's got a good jump. Okay, he's got a very good, efficient jump. As soon as the hands leave the wall, okay, or as soon as the hands leave the block, we want to be jumping, and Grant does a very, very good job of that. Okay, lots of power, moving up and out. Now, as the hands come back, though, we want the head to follow. As you'll notice right here, the head stays completely still, which isn't a bad thing because what he's probably thinking about is keeping the head still on the backstroke, keeping a good body position. However, on the start, we want to bring that head back so our body weight throws the arms down so the legs can get up. As you'll see right here, the legs don't exactly get up, so we're struggling to get underwater, to get to our streamline, to get to our underwater kicks. Okay, so he has to do a couple flutter kicks to get underwater. Now, if we're able to get the head back as the arms come back, we're going to get into that position a lot smoother, and we're going to get into what should be our dolphin kicks as well. We want to be doing dolphin kicks off the start, especially with Grant. He's got very powerful dolphin kicks, so if we're able to do that underwater for at least 3 or 4 dolphin kicks, it's going to make his backstroke that much faster. Good tight streamline. Now he's got a good breakout in terms of his stroke. His pull is efficient, except we want his palms to be more towards down as opposed to towards the ceiling. Okay, with his fingertips almost scraping the side of the pool, if you will. His arms in a great position in terms of 90-degree bend. That's what we want. But if we can just get that palm down as he pulls through, it's going to make that pull much more powerful. Okay, as opposed to right here, really what's happening is he's just kind of slipping through the water. He's not grabbing water until he's towards the end of his stroke, until he's towards the last quarter of his stroke is where he's really starting to get his power, as opposed to up here. We want that, if we get that palm turned out a little bit more, he's going to grab more water. He's going to have a more powerful breakout. What I want you to pay attention to now is as we're finishing the pull. So let's go back here. As we're finishing this pull right here, his hands are almost down back to his hips from the pull. The arm that is beginning to come out needs to be coming out sooner. It needs to be coming out right about here. As he's pulling through, that arm on his left hip needs to be coming out now into the recovery stroke. So by the time, okay, his hands hit his hip, he is in this position already. So if his right hand gets down to his hip, his left arm should be up, and vice versa. So either arm he has, whatever position they're in, they need to be opposite of each other by the time they finish around. So right here, again, as soon as his left hand gets to that left hip, that right arm needs to be at the top of the stroke, which, as you can see from here, his left hand is at his hip, his right arm is still in the recovery phase of the stroke. So just a little bit of mistiming. It's still powerful strokes, powerful pulls, he's just mistiming them. Head position is nice and still, eyes towards the ceiling. Now with Grant's kick, he's got a very powerful kick, but much like other swimmers I'm seeing, he needs to tighten up the kick a little bit more so it's a little bit more efficient. Okay, not as choppy, because with the big strides that he's taking right now, it's causing imbalance in his body position. It's causing him to kind of exaggerate the rotation, if you will, as opposed to getting that natural rotation through the extension of the stroke. okay, and a nice tight fast kick. Okay, what you'll notice here is he kind of pauses after about 2-3 kicks. Okay, and it's causing those hips to drop just a little bit. Not terribly much, but over a 50 or 100 backstroke, that can begin to add up. The other thing I'll say I like is that his hands do a good job of rotating through. But one other thing, and I've been telling him to do this at practice as well, is to make sure he's counting his strokes inside the flag so we can avoid turning our head looking for the wall. Okay, because as you can see, when we turn our head, look for the wall, our body position is completely imbalanced. So whereas if we keep that head nice and still, trust our stroke count, we can stay efficient all the way through the end of the 25. Okay, and you'll notice we take another peek at the wall. It's right there. And then another stroke. All in all, very good backstroke pull. Just minor details that need to be brushed up upon. As far as the start goes, if you can just get that head back as the arms come back, that's going to be great. It's going to make that start much more efficient. And then on the finish, just counting the strokes inside the flags, maintaining that body position all the way until he touches the wall. Next, we'll be viewing the underwater video if you have not already, and we'll be able to take a few more tips and tricks from there as well.